Good morning. So I'm really going through this. Um, and I find that so I'm always having these questions if I should put these videos up or not. And then I was thinking to myself, a lot of the realizations or downloads or understandings, big aha moments that I have come from the depth of this, come from being able to go all the way to the depth of it with myself. And then in the release of it are all the answers. So when you get really allow yourself to feel the emotions to the extreme, there's birds chirping above me. They're like, go. They can feel my energy for sure. There's something about getting to the depths and being able to find the push-off points. So when you allow yourself to go all the way to the depths, and that's something that I'm also finding about marijuana. Like, I was so good without marijuana, and now I feel like the marijuana is allowing me to process these big swooping emotions and really feel them all the way. I think that some of my emotions have been closed, and so because that it's the depths are so painful that it's like you don't allow yourself to go there. You don't allow those emotions to open all the way, so you kind of like put them on the side and take your mind in other places after running or working, or but it still nags at you because those emotions are there. And I feel like the medicinal use, there's the plants and nature give us everything that we need, including plant medicine. And our spirit, our mind also needs medicine. Sometimes it needs to just soften itself so that you can allow it to observe or to understand or to process certain things. Sometimes you just have to relax your mind to allow stuff in. And I feel like somebody wrote to me in one of the comments, and thank you for the comments. Um, it's very um, I feel like surrounded by love. I just That's what I feel like, and also the questions that I get, and um, people going through the same thing that I'm going through and encouraging me, and in that way also I'm encouraging, just bringing what I'm finding. And somebody asked me, and I didn't get a chance to answer back to all of the messages. I think I read them all this morning, but I didn't get a chance to answer back to them. Sometimes I'm just going through myself, and but I do appreciate it. And somebody asked me, what am I afraid of losing? And that question, I guess it came up when I started this hike. What am I afraid of losing? And I was really able to look at that, and it's helping me to grieve, knowing what you're grieving over. You have to know what it is to let it go. And I think that I've had so many thoughts this morning. I think it's letting go of never getting to know him intimately in this lifetime. And it feels, see, then that pushes me into the place of there's like this disbelief because, even on this 3D level, on everything on this platform is really happening. That's what's really happening on this platform. But then on these other levels, on these spiritual levels, it feels like we're in this game. It feels like we are connected and we're in this tug of war game, like this loopy game. And so it all just feels kind of like surreal to me. And there's such a loss in there, a feeling of loss. And that's what I keep on going over in my mind. Like, what are you really like? Okay, so let it go. So what? And I know that all the answers are in me moving and creating movement that I'm excited about in my own life, not having to have any kind of validation, not having to have, okay, so that didn't come to be, so it must not be meant to be. And then just, and also I have the thoughts of like, he's still in your life. He's still a friend. I can still like I feel like I can almost count on that if I contact him, he will contact me back. Like he will get back to me. Like I feel confident in that. And that is a place of like when I really need him. Not when I think that I need him, but when I really need him, it seems like he's there. And so, what is the feeling of loss? What ownership? I don't know. I think it feels more like a feeling of loss of not knowing him in an intimate way. It just feels like our connection is so great and grand and bigger than any kind of other humanly connection, and that it's like not being consummated or something. And then on the 3D plane, the thought that he just doesn't feel that way. He just doesn't feel that way. If he did feel that way, it would be expressed. And then I have all those weak thoughts of thinking about myself like, I've never been like this. I've never been like a rag. Never. I always have seen myself in that place as a strong person. Like, okay, and being able to take, to get over it. I've always seen myself as a strong person. I've never seen myself as like a rag. Like, oh, do with me. I will always, I'm your devotee. Do what you will. I'll just be here at service. I've never been like that. I've always had like my own life going for me and things that interest me in my art projects. And I was never like running around on somebody else's timeline. Never. And it's like, I feel like at the end of all of this is the big release where it's like all of a sudden everything is just lifted. I feel like there has to be. And then I feel like I have to go through all of this pain. This is part of it. I have to go through it and work all that out and let it go. Like realize what it is and let it go. Like this morning with the big understanding that what I'm really like, I'm really mourning over the loss of, because I have him as a friend, but the loss of not having that kind of affection from him and not knowing him in that way. Sometimes the pain of this, I feel like when I overcome this pain, I'm going to be so much stronger. I can overcome anything. I'm going to be a powerful being when I come over this pain, because this is like the worst pain in the world. I never thought that I could feel pain to this depth. And then I have these other contradicting thoughts, these conflicting thoughts that say, just snap out of it. Just snap out of it. It's all just a snap. It's just a snap. Just snap out of it. So it's been like a couple of weeks now that I've been on and off smoking. And I'm just now realizing, because I don't want to, I know that I don't want to continue smoking. I enjoy my life without smoking. But I am, also somebody wrote to me in the comments to take it like easy on myself, So every once in a while, don't take it, but don't do it too much. But every once in a while, we need a little bit of an out, and that's what I feel like. I feel like I let myself off the hook a little bit, just to process all these big emotions that are coming through, and I feel like it is actually allowing me to process these emotions. It's allowing these emotions to open up for me. So I think, without making any big, massive, I'm learning how to be lenient with myself and to just allow myself to go through what I need to go through. I always have that conflicting thought, like, are you sticking yourself in the pain when you could just be flipping yourself out of it? But then I think, well, even if I just flip myself out of it, everything that's causing me pain is still there, and I'm still going to have to process it. Flipping yourself out. But then I think also, well, if you flip yourself out of it, then you just don't have the pain. That's it. You're out of it. So then it's not relevant anyway. So I have all of these like conflicting thoughts. I can see like so many different ways of looking at it all at one time. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this here. Somebody's coming. So thank you for watching.